Hi guys, it's Belle here and I'm just coming on to share with you a little bit of a Tim Holtz haul that I did recently. I had to stock up on a few products that I've been using a lot of and I decided to pick up a few bits that I've had my eye on. Now normally I wait till later in the year when he brings out his Halloween stuff because that's when I normally save my money to buy all that stuff. That's what I use most. But I stocked up on a few things. So let's get started with the things I did a restock on. So I had to get these tiny paper clips. I have used almost all of mine. I have to say I prefer this antique gold colour. I think that works a lot with my crafts, but I've used nearly all of them now. I think I've got about 5 left. So I had to restock on those. You get 15 pieces in it, 15 clips. 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6. I don't know. Anyway, you get 15 pieces. There's the number, pause that, TH94025. For all these with my own money. Not affiliated with anyone. And on that note, I also picked up the mini paper clips. I use these all the time, guys. 48 of them. Again, my favourite colours are kind of these antique gold ones and these almost red bronze ones. Don't know if it says what colour they are, but I really like those. But I think I'm out of nearly all of these colours and just have a few of these left. So I had to stock up on those. And whilst I was stocking up, I had to stock up on the Curator Ephemera Pack snippets. I use this so much. I've got hardly any left. They go for ages. I've only bought this once before, guys. And I've only got a tiny little bit left. So I had to stock up on it because I can't not have them. You get 233 pieces in here. And even though they're tiny and I use lots of them, they still last forever. So they're the ones I restocked on. So let's get on with the other things. So I picked up a Halloween thing that I did not pick up last year. And it is the Halloween Collage Tiles. I didn't know what I would do with it last year. I like the bigger paper packs. You get 72 pieces. Putting this up so you can see everything. And yeah, they're these collage piles. Like I said, I didn't pick them up. You get 2 of each, I think. I think you get 2 of each design, which is quite good. Love these. These remind me of the Curator Ephemera pieces. This is quite fun because it's the little square of in loving remembrance of the bigger piece. But I've been looking at them for a little while and I thought I probably could use them in projects. Got some little images as well, which will work brilliantly in projects. There's that lady. I often use her in my gothic stuff because she's just so grumpy looking. So yeah, I finally gave him. I think this came out last year. He brought out quite a few, or at least another pack of collage tiles that was a more general one. And again, I didn't know. I mean, that's a mushroom one. I know it says poison, but you can use that in. You can use a few of these things, like even the beetles and that. I know it says Halloween. But I always like to check his Halloween stuff, and there's so much of it that you can often use for non-Halloween projects. I know not everyone either celebrates Halloween or does Halloween crafting. I get that. There's craft types I don't like doing either. So it's good to have things like this in here. I mean, yes, that says casket, but just this bit of writing can be used. Oh gosh, look at that guy. Look at his bow tie. I mean, he's so young to have a tie like that, and he doesn't look amused by it. You just know his mother said, wear this. And he's like, I'm not leaving the house in that time, Mama. Someone is going to make fun of me. And she's like, wear it for the photo. We need everyone to look at you. And this little girl, she always reminds me of an elf. If you look at her ears, they look really pointed. And especially with this little thing, she looks like an elf. It's so cute. But yeah, that boy's like, I cannot wait to get out of this. Then go play with my mates. And she's like, just take the photo. Our relatives need to see you looking smart and clean. But yes, so I picked those up because I've had my eye on them since last year. So I've been waiting almost a year. I also picked up some of the hardware metal heads. This is the older pack. I think he's brought out a newer pack. I think they're larger. And this one has a lot of flathead ones as well, not just the screws. And you can see how tiny they are. They come in 2 different sizes and 4 different types So we've got the more hexagonal kind of one there, and then this is more rounded. This is a crosshead, and this is a flat. And they've all got flat backs. These would be so useful in projects. I don't know why I didn't pick these up. I'm not sure if they came out earlier this year, but I know he brought some out just a little while ago that I didn't pick up, because there's 32 in here, but they are smaller. And they're about the same price as the other ones, where you get, I think, only 30. And I thought I'd see what I think of them first, and how I'm sure they're going to work with alcohol inks and stuff, but I don't know when these came out, but I picked them up because I think they'll work with some projects I'm working on. And I know this is a more recent one that's come out, I think. This is the Paper Dolls Poses. And we get 62 pieces in here. We get some new people, which is fun, because I get a bit tired of always using the same people, because I always use the same ones. And then there's other ones in the pack that I'm just like, that's not my style. I don't like working with them. And then they just get left to the side. And then I've got this whole little pack of people that I don't use. So it's fun to see there's some slightly different ones for me. I haven't bought paper dolls in a little while. And some of mine, like, I still have an original pack that I'm still working my way through from years and years ago, where he had the tiny ones in there too. And then he stopped making the tiny ones, and then he brought them back out. But I still have that original pack that has all the different sizes. So we have some, I mean, she's lovely. Look at her dress. We have some new people in here. I mean, look at him. What's he carrying? Oh my gosh, he's just like, yes, look at me with my bowler hat. I'm just chilling here. Yep. So, and we have some pears in there, which is nice. A nice mix. Look at her with her little foot up. Does she not give you Alice in Wonderland vibes? I don't know. I'm pretty sure we've got him in other ones. I haven't seen them in other ones. So there are some that, oh, and her with her, she looks like a young Mary Poppins, doesn't she, with her umbrella. So we've got some new people in here, lots of new people, which is... She just looks confused. Why am I standing here? Yeah, so lots of new people, groups. Yeah, we've had him in a few. So, oh my gosh, look at his cheeky face. He is up to mischief. So, very well behaved young lady there. Well, she looks like it. Oh my gosh, I love her. She just looks completely bored and over it, doesn't she? She's just like, take the picture. Just take the picture. That's a fun group. So yeah, so there's lots of different people in here. And it's just fun to get some new people to play with. Oh, they look sad. Or grumpy at least. She doesn't. She looks very happy. She's got her suitcase. I don't know where she's going, but she is loving it. So yes, we've got a couple of the same, but lots of new different people, which I'm loving. And the reason I needed this pack, considering I've still got lots of dolls, is we now get some cars. In different sizes. So we now get the cars, which, you know, if you've got the tiny people, these won't work so well. But if you've got a tiny bit, I mean, look at him. That's not right. But they might fit in the bigger cars. So we've got those ones. And then we have this one. Where's the other one to that? Is that the only one? Do we not get any others? Do we only get 4 cars? Do we get 2 of the same? I think so. Why are they looking the same though? Oh, right. So we get 2 here. Smaller one, bigger one of that with the grill. And then we have this one that's slightly darker, which is fun to play with. But the real reason, cars aside, I mean, I'm not going to use cars lots, but I will use them in some projects, is the houses, guys. Now, I mean, this got people outside, but you can still make that like spooky. I love these. And again, you get them in the 2 different sizes, which is great because I'm really going to use the smaller size. Excuse me, frog in me throat. It would be great if he actually brought out a kit where it is houses and cars and buildings, barns, things like that, not the people. Because when I'm working with spooky in Gothic journals, I like to put the weird houses in there and things. I mean, there are people, but again, you know, can still look creepy. This one in particular, Looks very creepy. I'm sure the people who owned it and lived there didn't think that, but nowadays with this photo, looks creepy. And that window, I mean, I'm just thinking, you're just waiting for someone to appear in it. So that is that. So I've got some new people to play with, which I'm going to be having fun with. Even though I've got so many paper dolls left over. I really need to use them more. Maybe I need to do a project where it's just paper dolls. So I got that. And then I got the new, well, I don't know how new these are either, guys. Like I said, I haven't really done a Tim Holtz haul in a while. These are the Remnant Rubons Tiny Text. We get 2 sheets. I love the fact that we get the different fonts. This is one of my favourite fonts here. And we get it in, I believe, black font and white. Now, if you've been on this channel any length of time, yeah, we get it in the white as well. Can you see the words on there, guys? Don't know if you can or not. Yeah, just. It's exactly the same words. It's just in a different font. Now, if you've been on my channel any length of time, you'll know I love the Tim Holtz rub-ons. Now, I know these are also in stamp form, and I buy the rub-ons of the stamps that I have. And the reason I do this is, one, it's just quick and easy to grab one, put it on, rather than getting my ink out, getting my stamping pad, getting it on the stamping pad, doing the thing. But 2, I like to use them on lots of different mediums. And I find, like, if I'm working on acetate, or if I'm working on something really shiny, or if I'm working on wood or metal, I can put these rub-ons on there because they work really well with that, whereas a stamp might not. So I like to have the options. And these are just great words. You know, it's his words, you know, remember the moment, venture begins, love you to the moon and back, see the world. And I've noticed that there are different words in the different fonts. So love you to the moon and back is only in this font, not in the others, which is fine by me. But yeah, so I'm excited to use those. I don't know when they got brought out. I haven't watched his new videos yet. I know I'm behind. But yeah, I had to pick those up because it was another type of rub-on that I don't have, and I need them. And then I brought these. Now, I don't know. I've got the long collage papers, and I've noticed I don't use them a lot. I love to use collage papers and tissue papers in my work, and napkins and things. I think I don't use the longer ones as much because they have this very white base, which does kind of disappear when you've used the Mod Podge. And secondly, it's a repeating pattern, so I can get a little bit bored after I've used it a few times. So these are his new collage paper pack. There's 30 pieces, and there's 2 of each design. Let's get this up here so you can see. And I looked at some of these designs, and I was like, I'm going to see that. It's a much nicer size to work with. They remind me of his paper packs that he brings out. Much nicer size to work with. And yeah, we got the roses, which is lovely. And this one, definitely going to use these. I work in a lot of nature journals. So, and you can layer them up. I didn't even think about that, but you can layer them up. That's fun. It's always good to have that. Lots of nature ones. This one, that bit hasn't been cut very well. But I don't mind. It gives me a smidge extra, and, you know. And we've got this one, which is cute. Love the butterfly. I've got this one. It's not my favourite, but it's a different kind of style because it's sketchy, so that's okay. Again, not one of my favourites, but that's just because it's not my style, that one, but it's fun to have. Then we have these. So we've got like the beach and the people in the photo. I like this. That's good. This is from one of his papers, I'm sure it is. Love that. And then we have this one, which is fun. We have the text again. Love a bit of text. And we have this one, which is nice. I'll definitely use that. Text and flowers. And then we have more pictures again. And then we just have the same. So I'm definitely going to play around with those. I really should watch the tutorial that he talks about these and see what people do with them and how they take colours and things like that. I need to sort of look at all that. But yes, I like those. I like having more variety. I like that they're a flatter size, so they're easier to store for me than the tubes are. That's not saying I don't like the bigger ones. I just like this. It's got more variety. It'd be fun to use. And the last thing, I've had my eye on this since it came out, and I've been humming and hawing because realistically, the stamp sets and the die sets, they're worth it, don't get me wrong, but here in the UK, it is quite expensive. We never get offers or deals. I never see, well, I rephrase that. I very rarely see 10% off, 20% off, 30% off, half price. I very rarely see that. And when I do see that, if it is something I've had my eye on, I will pick it up if I can. But I've had my eye on this because of this. People have been using this for years. I know there's other die cuts with it out there. And this. And I just want to play with them. This bit, the film strip, is a bit small. I don't know. I mean, it'd be great for background. I don't know. I know there is a bigger one out there. I might try and think about getting that at some point because I quite like, in my personal journals, working with film strips and things. But this, I'm excited for that. We've got it here. You can see I've already taken it out, had a good look, trying to work out what I can do with it. So that's the die. You get 15 pieces in there because you get all the little bits. These are great. These are because they work with the project, but I am awful at them going slightly missing. So I always have to put them in a separate little bag to make sure they stay where they are. But they're great, obviously, because you can put those in whatever images you then want in here rather than wasting a whole piece on this. So that's good. So I have been eyeing this up for a while. That I do this. There's die sets and there's stamp sets that I really, really, really want. And I either ask for them as gifts on my birthday and Christmas, or I just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until I've made loads of projects and thought, I desperately want that because that would have made that project better. And then I get it. So these are my hauls. Just a little one. Some fun new things to play with. And obviously refill of my staples that I use quite often. But that's it for now, guys. Let me know what you think about this new pack and the new bits in it. And, you know, if like me, you'd really love to see a pack that's just buildings and vehicles and something different. The dolls are brilliant to play with, but I'm not someone who uses them in tons and tons of projects. So it's strange. I don't really like crafting with people. I know that's weird, but in my projects, which you've probably seen, I don't really use things with people on it that often, unless they're more gothic and it's some sort of like witchy woman or something. I prefer nature kind of things or buildings or foliage and stuff. So that's just my style. But let me know what you think about this one. I will be back soon with another video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.